Welcome back, explorers. My name is Packer and welcome back to another Fakemon video. In today's video I've created 4 Pokemon based off of characters from the anime My Hero Academia. I hope you enjoy, so without further ado. For my first Pokemon, I'll be basing this Pokemon off the character Tensei Leader, whose quirk is super speed. As well as exhaust pipes being part of his anatomy, his superhero costume is streamlined with ventilation holes to be more streamlined. So I need an animal that is fast, so I picked the Gazelle to combine with these attributes of Ingenium. So I'll convert the horns of the Gazelle into exhausts, as well as some golden boosters on its legs, and some more exhausts coming off the main body of the Gazelle. And finally, I'll add spots to represent the ventilation of the suit. Now, introducing Ingazelle, the exhaust Pokemon from Ingenium and Gazelle, a steel type with the abilities Mirror, Armor and Speed Boost. Ingazelle first appeared when a city was built on a savannah. They weave through traffic with ease and also clear polluted air by breathing it in. The city they reside in has very low crime due to their speed and intolerance of negative behaviour. I love this design a lot because I think it perfectly encapsulates Ingenium in Pokemon form. Now, for my second Pokemon, I'll be basing it off the character Minoru Mineta, also known as the Hero Grape Juice. His quirk involves taking the purple balls on his head and lobbing them at his enemies to immobilize their movements due to their sticky nature. The fact that his hero name is Grape Juice is quite funny, so for this design I'll combine a bundle of grapes with attributes of the Caped Crusader. I'll start with a few spheres to represent the actual grapes, with stick vines for legs. I'll give it arms and a cape made of leaves, and pose him like an image I saw of Mineta. And finally, a leaf mask along with an unsure expression. Introducing Grapinetta, the grape Pokemon, from Grape and Mineta, a grass type with the abilities Overgrow, Gluttony and new ability Sticky, which lowers the opponent's evasiveness and speed if they make contact with Grapinetta. Grapinetta patrols orchards and vineyards, protecting farmers' crops from wild Pokemon. They are famous for almost always preferring female trainers, but at the same time female trainers almost always dislikes this Pokemon. Scientists cannot find any logical reasons for this. Looking at this Pokemon, I think I could improve upon its design, but at the same time I still like it. Now, onto my third Pokemon. I'll be basing it off of the character Shoto Todoroki, whose hero name is just Shoto. His quirk gives him the ability to use both fire and ice powers. Shoto's hair is half white and half red, and he has a scald mark around one of his eyes, which represents his dark family past. If he uses one of his powers too much, he begins to overheat or freeze. When this occurs, he uses the opposite power to negate these effects. So he's the perfect balance, like a yin and yang symbol. I had the idea to combine the synchronicity of his powers with a panda, so I started with a bipedal figure. So I started giving it snowflake patterns on its arms and fire patterns on its legs, as well as a scald pattern around one of its eyes. From one of its arms, a fire emanates and the other has ice protruding out of it. And finally, I added a yin and yang symbol on its stomach made of fire and ice. Now, introducing Taipancha, the polar opposite Pokemon, from Taiji meaning the grey area between yin and yang, panda and temperature, a fire-ice type with the abilities Blaze, Thick Fat and new ability Freeze Burn, which swaps the typing of fire and ice type moves every turn. Taipancha was the result of scientists forcefully hybridizing 2 existing Pokemon together. Despite how it came about, it still wants to help people and Pokemon alike, in the harshest of deserts and the coldest of tundras. I enjoyed creating this Pokemon and I prefer this Fire Ice type to Galarian Darmanitan. Now, for my fourth and final Pokemon, I'll be basing it off the villain Tomura Shigaraki, also known as Tenko Shimura. whose quirk, called Decay, disintegrates matter. His clothing consists of black clothes that turn into rags during a serious battle due to his decay quirk. He also wears the embalmed hands of his victims as a reminder of his dark past. As he is quite a rugged and feral individual, I'll base his design with the Wolverine in mind. As for his quirk Decay, everything he touches turns into dust, so I'll also add the attribute of a black hole to his Pokemon design. So I'll start with the head of a Wolverine, baring its teeth with a crazed look in its eye, and then I'll add a fur sort of collar to represent the horizon of a black hole. As it will be a ghost type, I'll give it long furry arms and an elongated gorge body that becomes translucent at the end, where third hand resides. To represent the embalmed hands Tomura wears, I'll add boulders, one covering part of his face and the rest scattered along the body. Now, introducing Wolverate, the Decay Pokemon. From Wolverine and Disintegrate, a rock ghost type with the abilities Arena Trap, Curse Body, and new ability Black Hole, which destroys any items on the field. Wolverate are said to be spirit Pokemon from deep space. They are very erratic Pokemon and will disintegrate things they don't like, and they will wear rocks on its body that it used to win tough battles. There is also a theory going around that in the stomach of the Ultra Beast Guzzlord, a Wolverate may reside. Once again, I really enjoyed creating this Pokemon because, like the others, they have great concepts. Thank you for watching this video. I enjoyed creating it. Please like, subscribe and share as it helps me out a lot. Farewell for now.